Many teens and young adults aren't in that situation today. They don't know what to do when it comes to their finances, such as budgeting or writing a check. According to one published study, 87% of teens admit they don't know a lot about personal finances.
Personal finances.
87% seemed like such an exaggerated statistic that we had to do our own research.
We surveyed more than 60 TCS students, which threw some shocking results our way.
91.8% of students think that school should have more finance courses. 87% stated that they have little to no knowledge of budgeting. Only 21.3% knew something about income management. 82% knew little to nothing about financial technology, and 80.3% had very little knowledge on tax management.
On a scale from 1 to 5 whose ranking knowledge, the average response for financial concepts like the ones mentioned before was a surprising 2.
As seniors close to beginning or adulthood with very little financial knowledge like the majority of our peers, we decided that a change was needed and focused our IC on this issue. Coin Class, made by Samuel Perez,
Pablo Franco,
Tomás Aristizábal,
Cristóbal Aramillo, Miguel Mela,
is an initiative that aims to target the lack of financial literacy in our school.
With the help of Neki, a local digital bank, we developed a 10-class course that covers a broad range of topics related to finance. The courses were made for having in mind our target audience, which are young students with no previous knowledge about finance.
With the first developed, it was time to put them into practice. For this, we had the opportunity to give a class to 4th graders. We talked Classroom 4T about needs and wants, credit, interest, borrowing money, budgeting, and finally, a brief introduction to the stock market.
The next day, we went to 11th grade to teach a more complex class, which covered the stock market, mutual funds, indexes, and other ways to invest money. The class was well received, as students were active listeners and asked questions. At the end of the class, our teacher's sponsor Alejandro Diaz gave us valuable feedback about presenting, structuring the class, and becoming more engaging.
Errors and setbacks. We learned a lot throughout this project, and here's what we could have done better. Number 1, deeper dives. We relied on surveys, but in-person chats with students would have given us a richer picture.
Number 2, social media makeover. We needed a more engaging online presence to connect with the school community. Creating more reels and implementing more slang and humor would have been an improvement.
Research right off the bat. Spending more time researching upfront would have saved us a lot of time. Like finding out some apps we were going to use weren't available in Colombia.
Testing time. We also wish we had more time to test all the lessons with different students and make them even more interactive. In addition, we also discovered some limitations that our project had. Likes and views don't necessarily mean students are learning, and for the project to keep going, teachers need training on how to deliver financial literacy in a fun and informative way.
But what results did we get from teaching these classes?
For high school students, we incorporated real-life examples and humor based on their desire for practical information. School leaders expressed interest, with Principal Navarra suggesting dedicated courses or integrating the curriculum into existing programs like PE and health.
While initially targeting high school, the most impactful work came from a 4th grade class, where gamified lessons and collaborative environment fostered better knowledge, retention, and real-world application. Our findings: integrating financial literacy classes is easier with younger grades due to their flexible schedules. For high school, piggybacking on engaging classes like PE and health might be more successful than using advisory periods, and the project's long-term success depends on engaging delivery methods and teacher training.
If anything stands out from our project, let it be this. By prioritizing early intervention and engaging delivery methods, educational systems can equip students with the knowledge and skills necessary for a more secure and prosperous financial future. We would like to thank the following people who greatly impacted our project. Thanks to Neki for being our professional sponsor and providing all the information we needed for our course. To Principal Paul Navarra for helping us to find new opportunities. To Alejandro Diaz for being our teacher sponsor and making up time during his 11th grade physics class for us to give a presentation. To Emily Butterworth for providing feedback on our lessons and approving them.
To Daniela Casta for opening a space and letting us teach classes for her 4th grade students. To Camilo Hoyos for bringing the group together. To Agata Primich for always being available to help us improve. And to the students from the Classroom 4D for their dedication, willingness to learn, and most importantly, their interest in the class.